So in this video I'm going to be looking at a new product from Steinberg, which is called the Halion Sonic. Halion Sonic is a virtual keyboard workstation much like the Yamaha Motif. Comes with 1,200 presets. These are all high quality sounds. So I'm just going to solo the Rhodes in this particular project. This is coming at the moment from the Halion 1, but the Halion Sonic is a far more capable beast than the Halion 1. The Halion Sonic comes with a very advanced series of arpeggiators, and if you're the kind of person who struggles with composition, it's very hard to make yourself sound musical. So I'm going to give you a demo of one of the key features of the Halion Sonic. So I'm going to switch from this Halion 1 down to Halion Sonic. Halion Sonic is actually 16-part multi-timbral, so you could create a whole track from one instance of the Halion Sonic, complete with their own individual outputs. So for example, MIDI channel 1, you could have a piano, MIDI channel 2, you could have a bass, MIDI channel 3, you could have electric piano, and so on. So you can see these all listed on the left-hand side, up to 16 independent channels. Through the mixer here, you can route their outputs separately. All right, so you've got the scope to build a very complex piece of music from just one instance. I've loaded it onto an instrument track here. So instrument track is monotimbral. We're not going to make use of any of these. I'm just going to use the first one in the slot here just to give you a little bit of a demo. And I will be doing some more videos on the Halion Sonic. This is just the first of a series. Sonic Dancer, this is a preset that's loaded now. We've got the browser here, and this is based on Cubase's Media Bay. If you're running within Ableton and Logic, you'll get exactly the same view. It's a very, very clean, fast way to navigate through the library. You can see that the core category synth lead is here, and then you've got various other spin-offs. I'm going to take that away, and I'm just going to type in here, piano. Let's see what we got. There's a whole list down here. So jazzy, warm, grand, for example, at the moment. I'm just going to double click on this and load it, so you can see the progress of the loading of the samples. And when it's ready, we'll be able to hear it playing the same chords as the original sequence coming from the Halion 1. So we've got a sustained chord there. The chord itself is coming from an instance of the chorder. The original note is just a single note, so a chord is being created from that. But that's a Cubase thing. That's not specific to the Halion Sonic. Let's go along to this progression here. So yeah, that's a nice piano sound. I'm going to show you just what this key function is inside the Halion Sonic. I'm going to go to the edit. We're going to come down to Flex P, which is for Flexphrase. This is something that inherited from the Yamaha Motif. And so for you guys, if you don't know, Yamaha are now the owners of Steinberg. So a lot of their technology is filtering down into the Steinberg products. Flexphrase, let's put it active. Now, at the moment, this is a very traditional arpeggiator. There is a big list, lots of different options for this. This is creating a new sequence from the original data. There are so many of these. Let me come down though to one that's been designed for piano. For example, gospel. So it's using the notes from the chord and creating a brand new pattern. Let's take a look at another one. We can adjust this, take the octave higher. This is going to start working when we've got a long chord. Let me just come over here and let me take these, and let's take one of these and sustain it longer. So we're going to hear that octave parameter come into effect to create some new variations. So it's going back down. We can of course make the notes shorter and swing them. Very, very powerful. So you start to see here there is some potential. It's going to take you a long time to go through all of those, but what they're doing is that they're providing you with keyboard expertise. And it's going to mean that your tracks are going to sound more musical. So, as I said, for people who are non-musically trained, this kind of stuff is something that comes quite difficultly. And so here you've got the DNA of a trained piano player inside this instrument. So the chords that you put down or the riffs that you put down, they're going to be replayed for you by someone who's actually got the skills to make it sound more musical. Let's just come back, put this back onto the progression. Let's switch to another style. Actually quite nice flavour there. Let's see how that sits with the rest of the track. Take away the strings for the moment. Let's come down now. So you can see it's got a lot of scope for helping you out, making you sound more musical. There are loads of these flex phrases and they have been designed for specific instrument patches that you can load. So there are some there for acoustic guitar, jazzy basses, all this kind of flavor in there. So it's well worth investigating. So this is just a little kind of starting point. There are so many sounds of high quality here. It's going to be a really good all-round workstation for your composing. So as I said, up to 16 independent MIDI channels allows you to build a whole track pretty much using one instance. So that's a nice little overview there. As I said, focusing on the flex phrases, very, very cool advanced arpeggiations. So it takes the musical information you're putting in and makes it sound more musical.